Wait, there's something very weak coming through.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Hello, fellow Galactic listeners. I'm Todd Hoffman, and this is WSTR Galactic Public Access, a Star Wars podcast. Welcome to episode 146. Today, we're going to be talking about those creepy, crawly, spooky monsters of Star Wars. Because it's Halloween, y'all. Joining me today, as always, is Miss Heather Allred.
Ooh, it's spooky.
It's scary.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Aaron Julian, not here.
Nope.
Miss Carla Jackalone, not here.
Second day on the job. She's just gone.
Second day on the job. She's gone.
I'm kidding, Carla. I'm kidding.
She called in sick. Here we go. No, she is at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
So
good for her.
She's being spooky too. So there you go. But yeah, Heather and I will. We might have to keep the lights on because it might get a little crazy here, a little spooky, but that's okay. Stick around with us. We got to pay some bills. So first up, we are on social media, WSTR Media, all one word, all lowercase. You can email us at mailbox@wstrmedia.com. Leave us a voicemail, 630-557-WSTR. That's 630-557-9787. We want to hear from you. Literally, you do those two things, one thing, or both of them, you're going to get a sticker. So that's motivation enough to get on the horn or get on your computer and write your manifesto to us, and we will read it on the air.
Well, a whole manifesto? Okay.
Well, I don't know.
All right. Maybe
like excerpts of the manifesto. Yeah.
The continuing saga.
Right. You could literally have your own segment. You'd be like, okay, it's like a five-part miniseries, That's hot, Be like, okay, next week you got to tune in.
That's right.
All right.
Anyway,
just for a sticker, but it's worth it. It really is. Back catalog of episodes. All links can be found at podcast.wstrmedia.com. Hey, we are brought to you by Audible. Audible is Amazon's Audible book service. Well, no, audio book service. Audible is the Audible book. It's there.
You get it.
Yeah. There's 425,000 titles, and that changes like every day. And they literally, you can get a free trial by doing this. audibletrial.com/WSTR gets you a 30-day free trial, and you get one free Audible book and 2 exclusive Audibles, originals. Because they're only on Audible. Yeah. Right there. And you could, and of course, the October Audible originals, they're a little spooky. So get on in that because October is literally almost gone. So there you go. So yeah, once again, go to audibletrial.com/WSTR and get your free Audible book. Help us, help you get some education, entertainment, all those things. We got merch store.wstrmedia.com. Hey, it's getting to fall. We got hoodies, we got long sleeves, girls, boys, they're everywhere. We got all kinds of different colors, sizes, styles. You got it. We took the big dip. And we announced this last week, but we are on Patreon. So you go to patreon.com/WSTRmedia.com and boom, you can help support us that way as well. And we got levels. So there's all kinds of different levels. And yeah, it's going to be great. And I think Heather's going to tease that later, as well as tease the news. So Heather, why don't you tease that news?
I will. I love a good transition, people. All right, so I've got some items for us on our news teaser. Our first one is Vroom Vroom,
Makes sense.
right?
Yep.
Um, Finally,
Mm-hmm.
fight, fight, fight!
Okay.
Lies, deceptions.
Lies! Deceptions!
Wow.
I hope that was dramatic
was-
enough. I worked really hard.
Yeah, it didn't sound like Saw Gerrera, but it was close.
Oh,
Yeah. Fine.
this is why
Okay.
I'm not an actress, people.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
man.
we are definitely looking forward to this. I am.
Dun, dun,
You
dun.
know. Right. Exactly.
Cool.
All right.
Any
Trigger. Yeah. Let's do. I
Did
don't know.
Did we transmit anything?
Nothing just transmitted.
Okay, all right,
Because
just
no one
checking.
wants stickers, I guess.
Oh
I don't know.
man,
But yeah, if you want to be, we have, this intercepted Imperial transmission section, and that is strictly for you. Right there. We got a little space. It's in the show notes. No one can
Yep.
see that, but it's in the show notes. Like,
but we
hey,
know.
is there something new? Yeah, but we know that that's where it goes. So, but we do have Twitter trash compactor.
Get in there, you big polio! I don't care what you smell! Get in there and don't worry about it!
All right, every week we are doing our thing on the old Twitter, and this week, it was kind of a big week.
Oh my gosh!
Aaron so graciously got right on the horn and gave his little spiel about the final trailer
I know.
of The Rise of Skywalker. So we asked this question: what is your favorite moment of the Rise of Skywalker trailer? We have a couple items, but I feel like we need to pause. Heather, what's your hot take from the trailer?
Oh man. So realizing I didn't have the channel the game was on,
Right.
I
Okay.
was religiously watching social media
Okay. That's a good spot.
to
Yeah.
find out when the trailer would be like on YouTube, and all like Disney
Stuff.
and Star Wars started
Yeah.
spewing it everywhere. So I saw that it became active. I turned off the television.
Right. Don't need that.
I don't need that. So I'm getting into it. And the first thing that I noticed in the first time that I watched it, because you watch it multiple times.
That's what we do, people. All right.
The voiceovers.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
all of the different characters speaking into it. The fact, and I'm so thankful that Aaron pointed this out, was that the Emperor spoke like kind of throughout it a little bit. Like his main sentence was broken up a little bit. And then I don't know if you weren't crying at the end, hopefully you started crying at the very last word of the trailer, which was when Carrie Fisher said always, and you're like, and so that was my very first reaction, was just watching this with this beautiful voiceover. I have very strong feelings. I hacked the WSTR Media Instagram.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, it's serious, people, when Heather hacks the Instagram. It's like, I gotta get on this.
I'm not okay with what's happening there with the C3PO situation.
Yeah.
But the music and the shots, the fact that I felt like I traveled to like 6 different planets but never felt like I traveled far. I don't know if that makes sense.
Wow. You didn't, Heather, you didn't. You were still on your couch.
I was all just right there. I am super jazzed for this.
Yeah.
I am trying very hard not to get like super high expectations.
Sure. I mean, it's always hard, Everyone says that. Oh, I'm going there with no expectations.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to kind of get worked up. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of other opinions. I don't want to necessarily ruin the Twitter poll, but
sure, yeah.
One of our options in the Twitter that you'll hear shortly, I'm just teasing the Twitter now,
Oh my gosh,
is the Space Horse situation. And I'm just so thankful because someone on Twitter said it better than I ever could. But can we talk about BB-8 for a moment, who is just like keeping up with the horse stampede?
like super boss mode, like
major props to that little droid.
Yeah. I mean, he should have been just carrying the rebel flag while he's at it.
Seriously. But it's those details. It's those little things that are like, no, this is what makes Star Wars make sense for me. Is they're really thinking through everything. I love...
Well, clearly not gravity because they don't care. Or oxygen. They don't care. They don't care.
Oh my god.
But it's Star Wars.
My other second favorite part, and I don't know where this inspiration came from, so I'm excited already for extended DVD behind the scenes Blu-ray stuff. And that is, we all, and I don't care who you are because it's true, you did. We all loved the Vader reveal at the end of Rogue One, where you just see this red lightsaber.
Yeah.
And to see in this rain, Rey be like, nobody knows me, but I know myself, kind of a vibe. And then you just hear this angsty voice be like, I do. And, you know, he's all dripping wet and his, you know, and I'm not trying to I'm not fangirling. It's just, it's a scene and it's a moment, and the red lightsaber. It's just good filmmaking, people.
Yeah.
So I'm just...
No, that was a killer intro. That's a wrestling intro, man, right there. I mean, sparks flying, waves crashing, and here he comes out with his red lightsaber, dude. I mean, his boss mode.
So I'm super jazzed. I mean, it just the what I think they did really smart is they're just like, here's a throne. What do you think it is?
Better than Game of Thrones.
Here's this like collar that kind of looks fabric but also has some mechanics in it. What do you think that's about? Like, just all these things where it just... I mean, they're saying it's a final trailer, but I'm like, don't you mean like secondary teaser trailer? Because I have so many more questions. So needless to say, I'm pretty jazzed. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah.
But again, I love Todd's statement. Any Star Wars is good Star Wars, because it just brings you back. And I'm going to totally steal all of your words, and I don't care.
It's fine.
The score, you're good.
You're good.
It's good.
It's good.
So that's my take.
Yeah.
Todd, were you freaking out?
You know what? I'm gonna start with a bummer because I didn't think like this one landed.
Oh.
Like,
define landed.
Well, I think the thing is like, yes, it was cool that it was like Luke and then Leia ends it with always.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Rey's expression. I love that. But it wasn't like, I don't know. I think going back to Celebration and being there, and when the Emperor, it's just like,
sure.
You know, like just, it was like, again, it's like a religious experience. It's just like, what just happened? You know, I just don't think you can ever beat that feeling. Yeah. I mean, it's a great trailer. Don't get me wrong. It's a great trailer. It's got everything you need, but I mean, it doesn't top that. It doesn't top Chewie, We're Home. It doesn't top the 88-second trailer where, you know, Snoke's talking about, you know, there's been awakening, and you're like, yes, in my heart, there's an awakening right now.
Right.
It doesn't really end well for me, but I mean, the beginning, it's got the chimes thing going on, and you got Finn talking about the Force. I mean, it's a great trailer, but it's not a 10 for me on this one. So I was hoping for, I don't know, a shocker or some kind of revelation, and then it just really is basically saying Leia's in the Force in a sense, and so I don't even like think about that, but I'm pretty sure that's probably what happened. So But yeah, I mean, I would agree. The shot of Kylo, because when she's on the thing, I'm like, well, I think it's gonna be Kylo, but wasn't quite sure. And then when he shows up, I'm like, dude. And then he kind of does the reverse lightsaber grip, which Ahsoka does,
Yeah.
and a couple other people do, but he kind of does that thing. I'm like, okay.
Snap.
And they teased this on Twitter for the trailer. So it was like a little bit of the trailer. The ships. Oh man. It's like this is like endgame thing right here. It's like there's so many ships.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, I'm down with this. I can handle. There's like definitely a new Mon Calamari cruiser. There's Hammerhead corvettes. There's Bunker Buster corvettes. There's a Neb kind of frigate. The Ghost from Rebels is like right there. There's the Star Fortress bombers from Last Jedi. There's Han's freighter from TFA. The big old freighter is like right there. There's the Razor Crest. And you're like, what's the Razor Crest? That's the Mandalorian ship from the Mandalorian is in there. There's a U-Wing. There's just so many other ships in that 2-second shot. And I'm just like, and there's now I don't watch Resistance, but I know the Resistance Resistance?
Rebels?
I don't know. No.
Resistance.
The new show.
Yeah,
the
Resistance.
New Resistance. There is the ship called the Colossus, which is like this big, basically living space that's a ship, and it holds all the fighters for them. And supposedly it's in that shot. Dude, it's so good. I mean, if that's gonna be, because again, if you think about the D23 trailer, that picture or that lightning bolt flashes, and it's just the bazillion Star Destroyers. And if you got the Resistance Rebels on the other side, it's like, oh, dude, that's gonna be great. So I really liked that. That was a very cool thing about that trailer. So yeah, super excited. I mean, we could probably talk about it forever, and we will till December 20th,
right.
And then we'll go from there. But yeah, Kylo coming out of the water and the ships for me were like the two big ones. I was like, oh, and then I was confused. Luckily, thank you for Twitter, because everyone's frame by frame. When Rey and Kylo smashed that thing, was that Darth Vader or what was that black thing?
Yeah.
And I didn't really get that at first, but obviously when you slow it down, it really looks like, the mask of Vader and stuff like that. So, yeah, there you go. Whew, okay. I better get off that train or we're going to keep on talking forever.
Seriously.
So
then.
Exactly. So anyways.
So Twitter.
What is your favorite moment of the, we're going to talk about this right now. So Resistance ships. I already talked about that. Oh yeah, this is my favorite shot of the whole trailer. The Return of Jedi throne room. Dude, that shot is magnifique though. It is like light, dark and light. Yeah, yin and yang. I mean, the light's on Kylo, but he's dark. It's dark on Rey, but she's white. And oh man, and then the throne room. It's very well constructed because the Death Star literally blew up, but it's still well intact.
Yeah,
I just love that shot. You mentioned this, space horses in space. I mean, it's right there, space horses, but they're in space riding on either a Star Destroyer or some Resistance ship, and there's other ships, and there's a B-wing and a Y-wing, and it's all over the place. And BB-8 with the rebel flag rolling around, we got that. And then this is the only the only complete scene. C-3PO.
Is it complete though? But sorry, keep going.
No, I don't know if it's complete, but at least it was it wasn't cut up. It was one little thing.
Yeah.
C-3PO. That stupid, annoying droid pulling at the heartstrings, man. So, okay. So,
Yes.
do you think he's talking about what he's seen in front of him? Or what he's seen in his mind in a sense of the past?
Okay.
Resident droid expert Heather.
Gosh. All right. I don't want to have theories because
You just want to,
I want to go in as clean as I can.
Sure. It's not possible.
But it's just not, unfortunately, unless I legit get off of all social media and stop podcasting and all the things.
Yeah.
No, I think there's a memory wipe situation or some sort of upgrade or something that is going to have to clear out space or something.
Or something.
I don't know what I'm
run out of
I'm just making up
space.
stuff, but that I don't think it's the people in front of him. I do think it's the history, and that that terrifies me just a little bit.
Just a smidge.
Mainly because, and again, this could just be really great editing. But the immediate reaction is R2 freaking out, and
I know
that might kill me more than C-3PO at this point.
Right.
Stop giving emotions to droids, and I will not love them as much.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is. I don't remember. I keep feeling like I saw some sort of promo shot with C-3PO with red eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, that was in the D23.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's at all connected to this.
Yeah.
Clearly we've.
Well, yeah, we'll save our theories and all that kind of stuff
episode,
for later. That's another episode.
So
yeah.
Anyway,
we're getting off the
this. Let's. Yeah. Okay.
We're getting off the rails.
We shouldn't be left alone. Okay.
Yeah. No, this is true. Aaron, Carla, save us.
Okay.
Well,
so
Twitter
voted.
Yeah.
Resistance ships.
Yes. Well, I think I voted Return of the Jedi throne room because I love that shot.
Nice.
Close second by Resistance ships. But Twitter voted C-3PO 36%.
All right.
So obviously we can't keep on. Yeah. Well, we are going to keep on talking about this trailer, but for right now,
but not today.
We're segmenting. We're like, this is over. We got to move on because we'll never get off of it. Go, please listen to Aaron's rant. It's great. He did misspoke twice, so he kept on saying Zora. It's Zori Bliss is Kerry Russell's character who's in the frame with C-3PO. And then he said Rey's voice at the end. It's not Rey's voice. It's Leia's voice at the end. But it's okay. He was drinking the Kool-Aid too. So he had a. It's okay. Sometimes that happens, especially those hot takes. You're just like, oh, I'm so worked up, So, okay, let's move on to the main topic.
And now for our feature presentation.
All right, every week. Well, no, yeah, every week we have a main topic. I mean, we have a main topic, I think, I hope. I mean, sometimes it runs off the rails like that Twitter trash compactor, but we're here to talk. It's Halloween. Tomorrow will be Halloween, so you need to we felt like it would be important to kind of spend a moment and talk about these monsters on Star Wars. I mean, there's a lot. And when you think about it, it's like, wait, there's a ton of monsters. And so, Heather, let's just start right at it. What are some of your favorite monsters in Star Wars?
You ask really good questions. So,
I try.
It's interesting because I realized that most of my knowledge is really more creature driven than monster driven.
Well, I would say that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's like non-sentient beings that are creatures or monsters would fall into that. So, an Ewok is technically a creature, maybe a monster to some, especially the Empire. But it's somewhat sentient. It's like,
so
they got a little social. Yeah.
So where would the Bantha fit in?
Bantha would be a creature monster that you could.
Great.
It would throw her.
I really like the Banthas. I don't know why.
Right.
They just make me happy. I think there's something very gentle about them. Like when you see them walking, it's this still paced movement. But I feel like if you pissed one off, you'd be in a lot of trouble. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the Sarlacc is a very interesting concept for a monster.
Okay.
In that they took something like a giant pit and they made it have a monster quality, but it doesn't really have like eyes and you can't really like see its shape, but it's still something to be terrified of. So I dig that. And then there's one, and I don't know its name.
Okay, well, let's play the guessing game. We could kind of figure it out.
Oh man, this is where Heather has to learn her stuff. It looks like a thing. No,
yeah.
It's in the prequels.
Okay.
And it's the things that attack Leia, because I'm not good with the creepy crawly thing.
You mean Padme?
Padme. Who did I say?
Leia.
Well, she was probably in there somewhere. Maybe was Padme pregnant yet?
No, she wasn't even pregnant yet.
Whatever, it's fine.
She was in the Force somewhere.
There we go.
Yeah.
No, the things that attacked Padme, because I don't do creepy crawly.
You don't do creepy crawly.
Weren't they the little like?
Yeah, they're called
like slugs or something.
Kuhuns. Yeah, they're like these little nasty multi-limb centipede dudes.
Yeah. Pass.
Pass. Hard pass.
So those are probably my top three.
But that's your favorite.
Oh, because they're creepy. We're talking monsters here. We're not talking.
Yeah.
Ewoks.
Right.
Which I also love. No.
Yeah,
So I feel like I really like the Bantha because I feel like it's the
gentle
but deadly kind of
own
creature situation. I feel like the Sarlacc is a really cool interpretation of one. And then the creepy crawlies, which I've already forgotten the name of, but
yeah. It doesn't matter what their name is.
So those are some of my favorites just because they provide the reactions.
Yeah. I'm going completely blasé on this. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, really? You're going to pick these? Yes, I am. Yes. Yes. That's what's happening.
Yes.
I'm calling it right up front.
Do it.
Wampa.
Oh, it's a good one.
Love me some Wampa. I mean, it's that classic like monster in the cave, and that's what he is. He's a monster in the cave, and Luke's got to get out of there, and he's just the abominable snowman, but it's Star Wars.
Totally.
Next, Rancor. I mean,
sure.
It's a puppet. I don't care. I love him. I love the fact that he also has like an owner that cries for him when he dies, and he's that weird crustacean crab lobster dude, and I again, very, it's monster in a pit. I mean, it's scary. It's like you don't know what's coming out, and it's a Rancor. Finally, this is more of a lovable creature, but dude, the Tauntaun. You can't beat the Tauntaun. I love the Tauntaun, and I love his the way he sounds, and yeah, great. And he, Luke got to sleep with him. I mean, it's great. Doubles his sleeping bag. That kind of thing. So there, those are my top three.
All right.
So you already kind of mentioned this,
Oh.
but like scariest monsters. Like what are some of your scariest monsters? You know what? StarWars.com has helped
What?
us out on this.
Oh, thank
so
goodness.
we can add to this list, but
Okay.
let's kind of go down the list real quick. First one, this is from an old article, but it's okay. October 31st, 2017.
What?
I know that's almost 2 years old, but it's still still works. Eight, and the title is 8 Things That Go Bump in the Star Wars Night. Ooh, okay. First one is I'm calling Kohuns or something.
Yeah.
Or
Kuhans? Yeah.
Kuhans. Yeah. So that's again, many leg. They're called arthropods. Dude, they are scary. I still don't understand how Anakin was able to chop him in half, not kill Padme, and not mess up the bed sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, boom. These are things I think about.
Maybe he should have been a master.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay. This is a great one. Leia screams at this one. Mynock.
Mynock.
Love me some Mynock. And you're like, what is a Mynock? It's the bat thing with a sucker face that eats. The cool thing about Mynocks is that they like power cables and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
They don't like eating stuff. They like eating like electricity and stuff, which
Right.
that sends them on a whole nother level.
I would argue the sucker face is pretty scary.
It's pretty scary. Yep. Okay.
Okay. What do we got next?
The next one is, I always have trouble with this guy's name, how to pronounce him, but it's a Dianaga. Am I saying that right? Dianaga?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, you're like, what the heck is that? It's simple. It's the monster in the trash compactor in A New Hope. One-eyed, got some limbs, kind of squid thing, got some, wraps, So it's kind of like a squid octopus thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A little scary, We didn't think Luke would make it out alive, but, he does.
But he does.
He does, yeah. Okay. This is a little weird. Gets a little crazy in Clone Wars.
Yeah, I don't like this one.
It's right there in the name. Brain worms. Yeah, these are nasty. I'm going across franchises here, but it's Star Trek, Wrath of Khan. It's the beginning of the movie, and I remember seeing this as a kid, and like still sticks with me. There's this weird little thing that the guy pulls out, and then he pulls out little babies, and then he puts the guy who puts it in his ear and then like controls them. Like, same thing with brainworms.
Oh gosh,
they're nasty. They're nasty Geonosian parasites, and this is a little creepy crawly episode in the Clone Wars. And they basically go through. Yeah, it's the classic worm to brain becomes a host thing and affects the Geonosians and some clone troopers. This one's not scary, but to me, this is literally what cements TFA, and it's Star Wars. So,
for sure.
It's called the Night Watcher Worm, and it's on Jakku, and it is a menace to living creatures and droids alike, but it literally sticks up his head from the sand and is like, I don't know. It says some weird, like... thing.
Some weird noise, yeah.
And he goes right. He kind of lets BB-8 pass, and then boom. There you go. Heather, what have we got next?
Yeah. So speaking of creepy, oh gosh, I feel like things are crawling on me. Okay, it's okay. We're ready. Oh man, what a fun episode! So we have the Krykna. We got a spider, people.
Yeah.
It's a spider.
Spider.
Which I don't recognize. So this must be from one of the animated things that I haven't gotten to yet.
Yes, this is in Clone Wars.
Is this in Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So they scuttle out from their tunnels to attack and pull their prey back into their subterranean labyrinths.
Yeah, I'm getting the creepy crawlies too. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't like it. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun one, you guys.
Yep.
All right. So we meet them on the Millennium Falcon. The Rathtars.
Rathars.
Finn goes,
You're hauling Rathars on this thing?
what's a Rathtar? And then smack up against a window.
Yeah. It's literally a big meatball. It's like a meatball with tentacles and eyes. I really, the one thing I like about this scene too, not the jump scare that Finn does, but the when it's attacking everybody, is when Rey covers her mouth when the guy gets eaten. I just like that. It's kind of her exposure to like, wow, that really just happened. And I just,
and can I just like for 30 seconds give mad props to StarWars.com and whoever wrote this article, because the very last line of this particular thing is, who let the Rantars out? And I just think that's funny.
Well, it's not Rantars, it's Rathars.
Oh, Rathars, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's like, who let the dogs out, but who let the...
It's funny, it makes me laugh.
It's awesome. What else, Heather?
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. All right, so we have some ghastly glowing eyes via the mummified Night Sisters. And they will claw and bite as they shamble towards you. It's almost like the funk of 40,000 light years.
Yeah, this is kind of like, this is like...
it's like The Walking Dead.
Yeah. This is actually, for Clone Wars, this kind of gets into that kind of dark, mystical magic stuff. And Heather, you're going to be in a real treat for this one.
Oh my gosh.
But you thought brainworms were bad. Mummified Night Sisters.
Woo. Watch that in the daytime, people.
Right. And there you go.
That's your 8.
That was it. That's your 8. So, are there any other ones that you're like, ooh, that's the scary monster?
I don't know. I mean, I was going to bring up the Rancors. It's just another monster option, but you covered that in some of your favorite stuff, which I dig.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and this is the part where I'm excited as I continue to watch Clone Wars, is there's other creatures out there. Again, I don't know if they're falling into like the Ewok creature side or like the Bantha Tauntaun side, but there's like the Lost Cats and some other kind of... Yeah.
There's puffer pigs. And Tugas, which are like cats. I mean...
So... Yeah, so I feel like there's still a lot of creatures I don't know yet.
Yep.
But yeah.
That's scary. I would say I'm kind of going back to monsters like... I would say the Vractal. And you're like, what's the Vractal? That is what Obi-Wan rides in Attack of Clones. No, Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, yeah. Those things.
Those things. I love the sound of them, and it's like a bird reptile thing. And you got a Jedi riding one. It's so metal. It's so cool.
It's like, so metal.
I mean, it's like an album cover, like some, crazy thing. Obviously, the trio in the arena, I mentioned this before, like Trent's all into the Accolade. Which is the big monster looking thing from Attack of Clones, and he's in the arena. Yeah, he's like the lobster thing, and he looks so cool. I like him. He's cool.
And that's the thing, is there's like some really fun monsters. They're not all scary.
No, right. I mean, well, and just think, when's that? Oh, when Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Jar Jar Binks are riding through the planet core of Naboo, and you have like the famous line of "There's always a bigger fish."
Yeah.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah, there was three of them. First you get the one which is like this I don't know, crustacean looking thing, which is an OPC killer. Then you get a cola clawfish, which is like that alligator looking one. And hot take, that's mentioned in Solo. He's like, hey, Dryden Voss is like, hey, you want some clawfish eggs or something? And they're like, no, we'll pass. And then there's that big one, the Sando Aqua monster. I mean, it's right there. Sando Aqua monster. That's what it is. That's what it's called. He like rips the clawfish in half. And that all happens in like 3 seconds, you know? And yeah, so that's a whole monster sequence right there.
Yeah. The dewbacks.
Gotta love some dewbacks.
I mean, those are pretty great.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. Like, who wouldn't want to ride a mounted lizard? I mean, pretty cool.
I'm just saying. And then, in some of my research, and this was what's interesting is because, I don't think I realized it was a beast when I saw the film.
Okay.
Was the Lugga beast?
The Lugga beast
from Force Awakens, because I remember seeing the film and being like, "Oh, that's cool," but then for it to be under the beast category, I'm like, "I'm sorry, no," because when it is first on screen, it just looks like machine ship parts.
It's a cybernetic animal. I know. So it was an animal, but then they modify it, I guess.
I guess, So I guess you could like Frankenstein.
It's kind of like a Frankenstein monster.
Yeah,
that's what Tito rides. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the other ones I thought was really cool.
All right, I'm going to say this name.
Uh-oh.
And you're going to say
what?
Right, exactly. Summa Verminoth.
Like a Jewish plumber? Who is that?
Right. That is the monster in the maw in the Kessel Run in Solo.
Oh.
The tentacle. Got all the tentacles and like his face rips off because he's going in a black hole type thing. Yeah, that dude was scary, man.
Oh yeah.
So yes, Summa Verminoth. Yeah, let's see. Any other ones that
I mean, not that I can think of.
Well, I would say another Clone Wars one. It's literally kind of like a Godzilla episode, and that's the Zillo Beast. It's this huge thing.
A Billow Beast? Zillo, my bad.
Zillo, yeah. The Pillow Beast.
The Pillow Beast, yeah.
The Pillow Beast. Yeah. It's just like, it's a cool kind of Godzilla. He doesn't look like Godzilla, but the episode plays like that, and he's huge. And I think he comes from, where does Sebulba come from? I can't think off the top of my head, but that's his planet. And yeah, it's just a cool creature that Palpatine tries to use, but it kind of backfires. So yeah. Speaking about Minox too, gotta give a shout out to the good old space slug that's in the asteroid. Just a fun. It's just It's just another fun thing. Like, you're like, what would be in an asteroid? Oh, a giant slug. I mean, why not? So, yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else. I mean, there's just like, when you start thinking about it, like, oh, that's cool. Cool. You know. Yeah. You've probably seen this at Galaxy's Edge. The good old Kowakian monkey lizard.
Yes.
Salacious Crumb, man. He's a good one. I just like laugh. that laugh, that cackle would be too much. I know this is not good podcasting, but I told you about this book. Yeah. It's called Star Wars Creatures Big and Small, the Galactic Basic Edition. and it's written by Calliope Glass and Caitlin Kennedy, and it's illustrated by Katie Cook. This is like a children's book. It is so fun though.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want a good read, it all kind of rhymes, and it's super fun, but it's like all different kind of creatures, and seriously, big and small, all the way from the smallest to the biggest, and it's super fun. I would highly recommend it. It's a good knowledge book, but it's also done fun in a kind of kiddie way. So just came out. I saw it at Target. I'm like, gotta pick it up
and purchase.
I mean, it was for the kids, but it's also for me. Let's.
But sometimes as an adult, reading a kid's book is more knowledgeable. Sometimes.
Well, and that's how I learned. Seriously, literally, I did not know that Solo Beast's name. And he's the last beast in the book.
Nice.
And it's some Suma Verminoth. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And I'm like,
you're talking crazy talk.
This is crazy talk. Crazy. So, yeah. Why don't, listeners, tell us what your scariest monster is or your favorite creature. It could be the sound effect. It could be the look. It could be all those things. Something like that. Yeah. So let us know. All right. What do you want to see? Do you want to see some kind of crazy monster in The Rise of Skywalker, Heather?
Oh, I don't know. Kind of not.
Yeah.
I feel like the story now really is about the people.
You're like, I don't need no brain worms. I don't need no whatever those creepy crawly guys are with Padme,
I mean, there's the boat. They're on that boat flying thing. Those are real words, I promise. That one.
Those are words, but not together.
Not together, apparently. I mean, there's the one scene, that I feel like there might be.
Well, I think those space horses are called Orbaks. Those are what we saw.
Right, they're not just regular horses.
No, because they're like a warthog and a horse. I mean, that's what. Yeah. Regular horses can't fly right on a spaceship and survive. So
right.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that was kind of a rushed answer of no. It's not that I don't want to see new creatures. I just don't think
no creatures. Yeah.
I don't know that we're gonna see any in any kind of major battles or anything. It's not gonna be a ship being attacked by something or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do think it'll be a little different, like our little droid friend and
yes.
What's his name? I totally forgot already.
Who's the Dio?
No, the little guy that fixes droids.
Oh, Babu Frick.
Babu Frick, that's right.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with Babu Frick.
I mean, he's a little creature.
He is a little creature.
So, yeah, but I mean that's hard on your last film to introduce new characters and new creatures and new things. But
Star Wars, 2 hours and 35 minutes. Let's do it.
We got time. So
we got time. Yeah. All right, so there you go. All right, I agree. I don't say I'm like, oh no, new creatures, but like we don't got time for that. We got things to accomplish here. So yeah, I'm sure we'll get a couple. Obviously, where I got Babu Frick and Claude with a K and all these little creatures. So it's gonna happen. So there you go. There's so many monsters. I feel like we could do a part 2 and but yeah, there's a lot there. So but yeah, let us know what your favorite one is. We would love to hear from you about that. All right, Heather.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's time for News of the Week.
And now, the Star Wars News of the Week.
We teased it up earlier, and now it's time to let you know.
Yes, I'm ready.
That Lucasfilm has teamed up with Porsche to design a new Star Wars spaceship.
Utah.
This is coming from Jalopnik, I think, .com. Jalopnik, that makes sense. Yeah. So, I'm going to make sure I've got the right thing in front of me. Guys, podcasting live, it's pretty great. So potentially just a branding exercise conjured up by the people at Wired. But we're looking at Porsche designers and Lucasfilm designers teaming up for a new spaceship presented at the premiere of Rise of Skywalker. So talented designers, both camps, coming to this design challenge, different perspectives, different places, but the results should be pretty good. And who doesn't want a new spaceship design? Am I right? Or am I wrong?
You are right. You're right.
So basically this pairing is pretty interesting. You've got Star Wars vehicular design vocabulary going on, and then Porsche design vocabulary being kind of not the same. Actual cars, spaceships. How does this all work together? So with Star Wars vehicles, you've got some industrial looking elements, exposed piping, where Porsche, well, it's clean. It's got really smooth shapes and things of that nature. How are the two of these people going to work together?
I'm not sure.
Do you not know yet? It's okay. We'll figure it out. Basically, according to the video that's on this website, the ship is going to be kind of a blend of an X-Wing and a Y-Wing and a U-Wing with the Porsche Taycan. Taycan? I know nothing about Porsches, clearly. A little outside of my price point.
Right.
So definitely check out this article. You can see the video there. But with, between 2 and 4 engines, seating up to 5. I mean, there's just so much to kind of look at. And so I think with what the sketches look like, which again is really hard on the podcasting world, I think it's going to be a really cool, sleek thing, but still have that classic Star Wars ship design. Todd, what do you think? Do we like this partnership?
Yeah, I mean, that was another thing that they teased, and basically it's a Porsche and Kylo's Ty's silencer or whatever coming together in Pisana, just like Rey and Kylo. So it's a white Porsche and it's coming together, and they basically kind of teased that. And it's a great teaser commercial. So yeah, I wanted when Nissan and for Rogue One they had the Rogue vehicle. I'm like, yeah, I want that because it's cool and Star Warsies. I mean, this would be pretty cool. Obviously a little bit out of my price range, but it is a cool design and it'll be awesome. So, all right, next up, Disneyland Rise of Resistance opening date. Full details for ride at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, unlike anything you ever experienced. This is coming from Newsweek, and this is published on 10/23. But basically, the highly anticipated attraction is going to be opening up in Florida on December 5th, and then in California, January 17th, 2020.
Wow.
So not only do you got all this stuff happening in entertainment world, now you have the park like, oh yeah, we're going to open this December 5th. So you can catch out Rise of Skywalker and then go to this. But basically, it's housing 2 full-size AT-AT walkers and a Star Destroyer hangar bay, complete with a TIE fighter and a garrison of stormtroopers.
Wow.
Yeah. Seeing the pictures of this too, you're like, this can't be real, right? But the idea is like you're kind of like in the middle of this, you're experiencing that, and I think it's kind of cool that it's this whole. I mean, this is literally a fantasy ride. So yeah, it's lasting around 15 to 20 minutes start to finish. One of the climaxes, the ride features a dramatic drop sequence with the guest experiencing a drop that feels much longer than a near 20 feet stretch that it is in reality.
Wow.
Yeah. I kind of think it's one of those things you literally probably have to experience to get the full exposure. But yeah, it looks cool. I mean, obviously, it only has one ride, so having two rides is going to be good for Galaxy's Edge and the people that go there. So,
Agreed.
The fact that it's opening up in less than 2 months, I think that's great, and yeah, I can't wait to see what this looks like, and because everything again from Smuggler's Run sounds pretty amazing. What do you think, Heather?
Well, yeah, definitely they need a second ride. I think it'll be helpful. I love the idea of it being 20 some minutes. I mean, we are crazy people. We want to be fully engaged in all of this. So, hopefully the release goes smoothly. Hopefully, they're releasing it at the right time. I don't know. There's a lot of factors that could go horribly wrong, but
that is true. That is true.
But again, it's kind of hard to comment, not really knowing everything that's going on. That's what I know.
Cool.
So, all right, everybody, we've got some news from nordic.ing.com that a new Star Wars comic reveals Luke Skywalker and Ben Solo fighting the Knights of Ren. The cover art for the upcoming second issue of The Rise of Kylo Ren, which is a 4-issue comic miniseries, focuses on the origins of Kylo and the Knights of Ren, revealing a young Ben Solo and Luke Skywalker fighting together. So if you check out this news article, you can see this kind of pretty wicked looking cover.
It's dope.
It's dope. Is that what the kids say now? Is that still a thing they say?
Dude, it's probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
Well, more details are not given as to how these two got into this situation. We'll know more January 2020. But the Knights of Ren were first featured in Star Wars The Force Awakens and are a group of dark side users that are neither Jedi nor Sith and took up the mantle following the fall of Darth Sidious, or Emperor Palpatine, or as we like to call him, Papa P.
Papa P.
And Darth Vader. So we first see them in Rey's vision that showed Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren following their slaughter of Luke Skywalker's apprentices. After Ben walked away from the light, turned to the First Order. I mean, you've been there.
Yeah.
So
you know that.
The whole thing. So, so very interesting because as someone who's not in the comic book realm, it's fun to kind of see this article and hear that this is going on. I think the Knights of Ren are something that people get very excited about. And I'm like, why are we excited about them? I don't know why we're excited about them.
So, yeah, and this kind of kills a myth or kills a theory in the fact that we really kind of thought the Knights of Ren were the fallen Jedi that kind of fell out of Luke's academy, and that Kylo took them. And the fact that they're fighting a younger Kylo and Luke makes it sound like obviously they existed before Kylo and they're not fallen Jedi. They're something else. So more along the lines of like a Sith acolyte or something where there might be some dark side users. We don't quite know, but they're definitely not. I always assumed that, and that, what happens when you assume, but the way it was kind of framed is that because in Snoke says, even the leader of the Knights of Ren, he kind of makes it sound like Kylo's got these guys in the, his back pocket, but it sounds like they existed before and not these kind of fallen Jedi that kind of roll in with Kylo. So yeah, should be interesting. Again, I don't know how they're going to fit in the Rise of Skywalker, but this comic is obviously supposed to give a little backstory on who they are and what they're up to.
Nice.
All right, and finally, this is coming from IndieWire, and this is Ewan McGregor drops first details on Obi-Wan series after lying about it for 4 years. The actor will shoot his upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi television series for Disney Plus in the summer of 2020. As you know, if you're still hiding under the rock or you haven't turned on social medias at the D23, but Ewan came out and basically said, can you ask me, am I playing Obi-Wan Kenobi? And Kathleen Kennedy was very nice and asked him that question, and he's like, yes. So, but it's recently come out that he had to lie about it. So this is what he, let me see where he says, it'll be, quote, it will be interesting to take a character we know in a way and show him. Well, his arc will be quite interesting, McGregor says. I think dealing with the fact that all the Jedi were slaughtered with the end of episode 3 is quite something to get over. He then goes on, they'll be serious in the capacity of being sworn to secrecy for years. It's effing massive relief, he said, because for 4 years, I've been having to tell a lie, to lie to people about it. And then he goes on to say, I want to get closer and closer to how Obi-Wan felt while Alec Guinness was playing him. I feel like I'm grayer and near him in age, so it'll be easier to do that. It kind of, and I think, I don't know if it's in this article, but it kind of came out too that it looks like it's going to be like 6 1-hour episodes. So it's going to be like a mini series in a sense, and not like an episodic show that it's going to carry on. And I think that's great. I mean, that's literally a 6-hour Obi-Wan movie.
Basically.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And I also dig that he's a little older now. I think it'll make some of that transition a little bit more believable. So I'm good with that too.
Yeah, and if you're just listening, like, I hated Obi-Wan after Return of the Jedi because he lied to Luke, How could you do that? And one of the things that the prequels did was, like, I fell back in love with Obi-Wan through Ewan's kind of performance, as well as what he kind of went through. And I was like, okay, now that I'm older, I get it. But when I was like, I was a young pup, young lass, I was like, I hate you, Obi-Wan. I was like Anakin, like, I hate you. Because I just didn't like how he duped, a certain point of view. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I think him kind of dealing with the fallout, and there's always talk like, is he going to get off of Tatooine? Who knows? But I think a little bit more of kind of that inner turmoil and stuff like that would be very interesting. I think it would be a different thing than just, like, obviously he needs a little bit more than just a guy in a hut, in the Jundland wastelands. But I think it would be cool to kind of see a more introspective look on this character.
Agreed.
He had to babysit for a long time, so.
It's hard. It's hard, man.
It's hard. Life's hard, man. Yep. All right. I think that's it, Heather, for News of the Week. Yeah.
That's all the news, people. So.
I mean, there's more news, but,
just not here.
This is right.
All right. Let's get onto this craziness by going to Cantina Chat. As previously stated, Aaron and Carla are not with us for the episode. Not with us.
Jeez, that was morbid. It turned really dark real quick. Oh, man.
This is the Halloween episode, people.
Yeah, right.
So it's just Todd and I, and I'll kind of start, but it'll kind of be kind of a semi-duo Cantina chat. Little teaser there for you.
Yeah, I might not talk at all. Yeah.
So basically after the Monday night trailer, I went in to work on Tuesday morning, and I went up to all of my coworkers and I'm like, did you see it? Did you see it? I may or may not have told the person that reports to me, like, I give you permission to watch it on company time so that we can talk about it. Such a nerd.
So my boss came to me. It's like I have to watch this trailer, so I did. And I don't know. She's obsessed with Star Wars. I'm not really sure.
It's crazy. It's crazy talk, I tell you. Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, really, unfortunately, outside of the big trailer this past week, there's not been a lot of other Star Wars stuff. Although conversations have been taking place about C2E2 costuming with my friend Deb. Obviously, now that I'm 501st, I will probably do some Jawawing, but I'd love to go an additional day.
Wait a minute. Is that a word now?
I mean, I spoke it into being, so I don't know.
All right, you heard it here.
You heard it first here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, looking to do something else where she and I can maybe dress up together or something, and so that's all being discussed. So stay tuned for future cantinas. And we'll see what's up. And
that's dangerous, right there.
I know. And then, as of this recording, this morning of the recording, I hung out with Todd Hoffman a little bit.
True.
For
all of it. For
a troop with the 501st.
It's your first official troop.
It's true. As a approved member, it was pretty exciting. Yeah, we went to this place called Blackberry Farm, which is a great little family-friendly place to go.
Yeah.
For Superhero Day. And we were the
what were we? We were the Galaxy,
the Galactic.
I think we're Galaxy Fighters
or something like that. It was a little stretch, but
well, I think it all has to do with the trademarking, and it's like that generic we're Galaxy Fighters. It's okay. They can't use Star Wars, it's trademarked. And
so, but Todd, outside of seeing some fun kids and some adults and getting photos, what fun things did we do?
Oh, thank you for letting me. That's a great transition. We were, the way they designed it, which is smart. They basically had you kind of go through the whole farm in a sense to kind of get where all these superheroes and us Galaxy Fighters were at. So at the end, we were in the back half of the park or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, they put Batman's getting all the traction. We're not getting any traction because Batman's taking all the,
the
so we got
glory.
dressed up as all the glory, But yeah, they had a merry-go-round, a little carousel. I was like, we got to go on that thing. And so we did after it was a dream. I mean, obviously in my TK, again, the Empire did not design it right. I can't sit,
nope.
But I was able to go on, and it was fantastic. So yeah, there was fun to be had, and we went around, and it was good times.
It was a lot of fun.
That was fun. That was fun. And we had a 8-foot tall Chewbacca, and he also rode the carousel, which made it equally amazing. So it was a good mix. We basically had a TIE fighter pilot, an Imperial officer, a biker scout, a Tusken Raider, a Jawa, and a TK. Yeah. It was a nice we had a nice little mix,
And that TIE fighter pilot, #not Vader.
Right. Oh yeah. It's a tough one.
It's hard.
Tough. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't know. I guess they assume anyone that's in black is it's Darth Vader.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was fun. That was fun. That was fun. Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. But did you do
anything else? Anything else for you, Heather? Are you good?
That's my life, man.
Wow.
Well,
yeah, and as of this recording, you're doing like a double troop weekend. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I don't either. I'm so worried because I'm already tired. I'm just so afraid I'm going to wake up tomorrow and be like, I don't want to go. But
you got to. It's for Star Wars.
I know.
Yeah.
So
I went to that. You're going to the King County Chicago Toy Show, right, or something like that.
Correct.
Yes, when I was very heavy into collecting, I went all the time to that one. It's a great show. It's got antiques as well as modern stuff, and I always got some deals there. So awesome. You are amazing. And you got your cards too.
Got my trading cards. I mean, I drank all the Kool-Aid. I am so in this.
Yeah.
And
I'm so into this.
So in it. But it's just, I don't know. You give that little high five to that little kid, and I don't know. It's just worth it.
It's very rewarding. It's kind of like, it's like that. It's just that, again, I could say this all the time, but it's that very rewarding thing where you're doing something you like because, well, hey, it's Star Wars and you like doing that, but then it's also kind of giving back at the same time, because it's like, instead of you getting the picture with that Star Wars character, you are that Star Wars character to somebody else. And I think that's just a fun little thing. Like, I think I look cool. I don't know, because I can't see myself, but like I try to, and sometimes I can't move very well. It's all good, but like I feel like it's also an opportunity just to kind of give back, and just a fun little. It's kind of a 1-2 punch. Like, I really enjoy Star Wars. I get to dress up in one, and then obviously when I see pictures of like me going around a carousel, I'm like, money. That is money right there. Print that right now. Print that. So.
Oh man. Good.
Yeah, I don't have anything too much else. Obviously, that was super fun. Like I said, I got this new book. I've read it a couple times. Star Wars Creatures of Big and Small. It's super fun to read with the kids. Again, I would highly recommend that. I just, obviously breaking down the Rise of Skywalker trailer and jumping on the old social media. It's been fun. The next day, apparently there was a leak or something. So here's just a public service announcement. Just, if you don't want to see that kind of stuff, block those words on the old Twitter. You could do that. Or you just stay off the phone, which is kind of hard. But I don't know what the leak was. I didn't see it, but people were posting all this stuff, and I'm like, I'm just gonna mute those words so I don't see them anymore. But I really do like engaging, obviously, in social media. So super fun to kind of see what everybody's hot takes are. I mean, Rise of Skywalker trailer. I mean, again, we're gonna be talking about it probably till
the movie.
We get till the movie. It's inevitable. It is our destiny. So yeah, fun. It's super fun week. Super fun week. Yeah, a little stressful with the tickets. So I was at a Bible study and I couldn't go. I have historically always bought the tickets for the group that would go on Thursday night. Like, I got to hand this over, and my friend Bobby took it over, and it crashed like 6 times on him, and he was able to get us, but we're not like all sitting together. Aww. It's not a big deal, but we're in the building. That's all that matters. It's all good. So, but yeah, it's, it's always stressful. It's like, can't hold it. It's like, the Millennium Falcon and Han. It's like, just hold it together. Like, come on, baby, hold together. So, but yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's enough. Yeah,
I think we've successfully had an episode.
I think so.
I don't know.
You're probably sick of looking at me like, dude, no. I can't see. Yeah, I can't talk to you anymore. So,
all right. Well, on that note,
wrap this one up. Wrap this.
I'm gonna wrap it up. So, thank you again for listening to another episode of WSTR Galactic Public Access. Please check us out on the social medias. That is WSTR Media, all one word, all lowercase. Have I told you this before? Because it's still true. We want to hear from you. So comment, tweet. You can rate us on Apple Podcast or shoot us an email, mailbox@wstrmedia.com. Leave us a voicemail. That's 630-557-WSTR, which is 630-557-9787. You leave us that voicemail, we'll put it on the podcast, people. Check out our back catalog of episodes. We've said some crazy things. That's podcast.wstrmedia.com.
That is true.
It is
That
true.
is true. Yeah.
But we've also said some really wise things. So we're pretty well balanced.
Yeah, we are. Right. Well, that's what Star Wars is.
We have merch. So store.wstrmedia.com will get you covered head to toe. Have you heard the news? We're on Patreon. Patreon? I don't know. Patreon.com. It's fine. I got it, guys.
Asaka, it's the same thing.
This is why you love me.
Right. Hey, well, okay. Tell them what are you going to do, Heather?
I'm so excited. Yeah. So patreon.com/WSTR Media. One of the once you get to a certain level, you're gonna get extra access to my personal segment. I guess I can tell you what it's called. Wink.
Yeah, it's fine. I think the lawyers have agreed.
Is it okay?
Yeah,
all right.
It's okay.
Approved.
We got clearance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my special segment is called Heather's Holocron. I'm pretty excited about this, folks.
I dig it.
You dig it. Yeah, it's good. So, if you know what a holocron is, maybe it already makes sense to you. If you don't know what it is, tune in. And yeah, you get to spend a little bit more crazy time with this gal, and her journey through Star Wars. So
awesome.
And maybe there'll be.
Wait, where can you get that, Heather?
Oh yeah. I'm not just giving this stuff away, people. You got to go to patreon.com/WSTR Media.
Got it.
There you go. Have you heard? We're partnering with Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast, and we're going to do a live event at Alley Cat, and that's going to be Sunday, November 17th. It's going to be from 3 to 5 p.m. And this is at Alley Cat Comics. It's in the Andersonville neighborhood of Chicago, so all of our local people who listen.
Or you can fly in.
Whatever you want to do.
Or you could catch it on the live stream. Either choice.
However you want to shake that out. But basically, it's going to be a live podcast, mega event, hanging out with followers, fans from our show with Scarif Podcast. But we're also going to hang out with senior artist from ILM, Yoshi Vu.
That name is money too. Print that.
I know, seriously.
That name is awesome. Yeah.
So that just sounds like a super exciting day. If you're in the area, come check us out. If you're not in the area, live stream us.
If you're not in the area, you want to fly in, just fly in.
We got pizza. We got Portillo's. I'm just gonna put that out there. Am I allowed to pay for those?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Anyway, next week we're already at episode 147.
That's ridiculous.
Inching our way closer to the 150 mark. And you know what we're going to talk about next week?
Please tell me.
Star Wars.
Amazing.
What more could you ask for?
I don't know.
So, that's it.
That's it.
Oh, wait. No, there is one more thing.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's ending our show the way we always do. Todd, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Awesome. Now this is podcasting.